Hello team, today's challenge is class average, where we are given a list of numbers. We need to figure out what the average is and then assign that a letter grade. We can do all that really fast. So over here, I've already taken the liberty of creating a map. So I have a comment here with all those letter grades, and I've changed that into this map. A map, capital M map, does retain sort order. So the way that you enter these, it will actually retain these, which means that we can iterate through them. We can loop through them if we need to. The other thing that I've done is I've used the low watermark. So whatever the lowest grade is for a certain letter grade, that's what I've used, and that's what we'll be searching on today, which means that F is 0. Technically, F could be minus infinity. I'm not sure how we would ever get a negative a negative average, but you never know, right? So 0 probably works. Negative infinity also works, right? Just to hedge our bets. So down here, we need a way of getting those averages. Could we do that inside of the function itself? Yes, but if we're doing letter grades, we're probably looking for the average anyway, which means that we should really have another function as a way of easier maintenance, right? Easier maintenance and easier reuse. So get average, just like this. We're going to pass in the scores again. And for this, we are going to return scores.reduce. We can do this quickly. It's going to be the accumulator, the current. That's going to relate to accumulator plus current, okay? Our starting value is going to be a 0. And then we take all of that and divide by scores dot length, right? Now, get average, maybe scores is the wrong name here. Maybe what we should do is we should take this and change it to nums, right? Which means that now it can be used for anything. It's a little bit more reusable. The names line up a little bit nicer, okay? Down here, we have the average. Okay, so we're going to do that. Spell it right. Come on. There it is. And get average. Brilliant. That's going to be our scores. Okay. From here, we have a couple options. We could either do a find, which is a kind of loop, right? So we could do a find on the keys of our map until we find one that is less than equal to, greater than equal to our low watermark. And at that point, we stop, we return the letter, not a problem. The other option is just to use a loop, right? Because maps are iterable, just like arrays, right? So they maintain their order. We can loop through them very easily. And for that, we just go for we're going to get that key and the value, okay, of the map, which we called grades, okay? So grades, just like this. We don't need to do anything fancy like that. We could go grades.entries, but using grades defaults to grades.entries. So a little bit of a win there too, right? A little bit of less code makes it easy. And if average, God, I can't spell that word for the life of me. Not sure what's going on there today, but here we go. Okay. If average is greater than or equal to the key, then we return. Okay. What do we return? Well, we return the value. And this, if I get rid of this, that should do it. Okay. Now, that's it. That's all we needed to do. I do want to do one extra thing here where I replace this with a throw new error. And this can be something very useful like how, okay? Because at no point should we ever do this, but there's a chance that because we're inside of this conditional, we might never hit this conditional. With minus infinity, how? I cannot imagine a point where that would happen, but I want to be absolutely safe when I'm doing professional code. So thinking about what happens if, right? What happens if I get like a nan from get average for whatever silly reason? It could happen, right? It could absolutely happen. So making sure that I'm able to throw that error, that really useful message, is key. So to recap, we created a map, and this map had the low watermarks. So the lowest mark that we can get for any letter grade, right? All the way to minus infinity, because anything less than 60 is an F. So minus infinity is pretty much the lowest you can go, right? That's the rule. We created a function to get our averages. I one-lined it. Maybe in professional code I wouldn't, right? I might break this onto several lines just because it doesn't actually matter that much, right? You might think that one-lining it will save you some sort of performance, some sort of spacing. It doesn't. I did it this way today just for something different, okay? And then we use that down here to get the average. And with that average, we figure out what our letter grade is, okay? That's it. It's really that fast. Not really anything special once you figure out what your data is. And for most of these challenges, once you figure out how to store the data, everything gets really, really easy, right? With all that said, did you find a different solution? Did you find one that you want to share? Please do. Hit me up in the comments. I love seeing those. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow.